Alright, gonna get some food ready with pre-boiled water. So the first piece of trouble on this trip, my spork broke. So I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit with the food, but that's fine. So swell from that boat that just passed. Alright, so what's going on here right now, this is very, very audible here, is actually the warning alarm for the public being tested, luckily. It's 3 o'clock on a non-weekend, non-holiday Monday. It happens every 3 months, and this is a test that takes place at 3 p.m. exactly. This is a 7-second signal, and there's a 14-second break, then there's a 7-second signal, and so on. And this signal means that basically there's some sort of danger. People are to go indoors, check radio or phones or TV for information after closing doors and windows and ventilation. And this would be used, for example, if there's any kind of dangerous gas in the air or something like that. This is the first time I think I've heard it in this area on an excursion, so I happened to time that without really thinking about it. And after a while now, there should be a longer signal of 30 seconds, which signifies that the danger has passed. So if you actually are in Sweden and you hear this signal, then it's the authorities sending an alert. Usually it's because of a fire and smoke that might be not healthy to breathe or something similar, but it could be something more serious. So something to be aware of if you're in Sweden. In that case, go indoors and check to find out what's going on. This is not the air raid alarm, which has short signals. So this is used for civil emergencies, basically. There should be a follow-up test signal after a while that actually signifies that the danger is over. So let's wait while we look at this kayak right here and this very nice spot where my lunch is finally ready. So let me get to that. So the shortest spoon ever, but still some very delicious spaghetti bolognese right here as a lunch during my marathon attempt. And here's actually a boat from the Voluntary Sea and Maritime Rescue Services. This service is really impressive. It's run by volunteers, but it's one of the main go-tos in case of maritime emergencies in Sweden. And here is the danger has passed signal, which is much longer. And it's really very audible in this part of the city, which is really good. I'm out on an island quite a ways away from any buildings, but I'm still hearing the signal really, really well. So the danger has passed. That means I can have lunch finally. So now I'm gonna head into the actual city after checking out this area, Vinterviken, where there's a museum and old factory locations where Alfred Nobel, who invented the dynamite, actually had locations way back then. I'm gonna briefly paddle by there and also by the nearby area where there's a large hill overlooking the water here. So I'm gonna check that out, and after that I'm paddling right into the city. First, let's see these old houses here on the islands. I guess these are private grounds out here, and right in the middle of all this water. It's really exclusive. And here we have a seagull that was standing on a rock, so it looked like it was standing right in the water. A couple of swans swimming away over there. These buildings way over here. Let me check this area to the right first, and then I'm gonna head back and into the city. So these hills here are actually fantastic picnic spots with great views of the water, both in summer and in winter, where you can see out across all of the ice. There's a sauna here, apparently, which people are using. And, well, as you can see, there's a lot of open water here. So in winter, people go skating across the ice here, which gets quite thick. The brave ones, anyway. Or the foolish, who knows? I've never kayaked here, actually. Well, I've kayaked where I just was, but I've never kayaked to the location where I'm headed now. I walked here. It's a really nice place to visit. There are walking areas and lit, actually, paths, even at night. And somewhere here, I believe they also have a kayak rental. So I'm just gonna go be rude by bringing my own kayak past their rental location. Except I think it might be on the other side, or why not? Anyway, nice to see this from the water. So these here are the old factory location, the old factory buildings and such. There are also kind of bunker-like structures here, well, tunnels or the like, that were used to test explosives. So if you're interested in Alfred Nobel and his work, then this could be something to visit if you're in Stockholm. It's not one of the major attractions, but it's a nice excursion if you have extra time. And as proven now, you can obviously kayak here.
Heart rate 94 beats per minute.
Let's just briefly go and check on the location here. On the right here, let's see if I can get an angle. You can see the rock having cracked, essentially. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that explosives might have had something to do with that. And now I'm heading out from this area. And when I've turned around 180 degrees to the right, then I am heading into the city for real. Checking this area out as well while I'm here. Oh, and here I'm disturbing some poor duck. Didn't realize, sorry about that. Alright, so now we're really in the city with the island of Stora Essingen to the left. Okay, so I kind of have to go back and film this. That's actually someone had a sense of humor. So on the sign here, it says that it's not allowed to anchor your boat here, or basically tie a line with your boat parking it here, or any vessel or anything really. And as you can maybe see, to that very pole someone tied this little rubber duck, which is then illegally parked here. So that is kind of funny. A very, very illegal duck right here. Yep, this is an illegal dock, illegally parked right here at this dock. Shame the duck for being a criminal. I usually don't hang out in my kayak in these areas, so this is kind of nice to see this part of town as well. So the island to the left, Storesingen, is connected by the tram system and bus, and obviously by car. So the truck up on the bridge says Epic, which I'm assuming refers to my epic marathon over here, of course.
13 minutes, 36 seconds. Lap speed 4.4 kilometers per hour. Total 48 minutes, 7 seconds. Total 4 kilometers.
So if I turn left here, I would end up in Alvik, where I stopped in a previous video after that day's tour through the city, and where I grabbed a hamburger. But now I'm just gonna head over to the right, where I end up to the south side of Stockholm instead, and the island of Södermalm. So Stockholm is also a nice walking city with a lot of places like this where you can walk along the water. A lot of islands in Stockholm. It's a really nice city like that. So I think it's the first time I've actually kayaked here on this side, right in this area anyway. I did paddle here many years ago with a canoe, but that was many years ago. Yeah, it's my first time right here with the kayak, so that's nice. To the left we have a vessel that you don't see every day.